Welcome to Akitas. Don't forget to subscribe and click the bell notification to remain updated. So this video is intended to show you guys how to feed your dogs raw on a budget. I normally don't do this amount of meat. I buy hundreds of pounds of meat and it's a whole big mess and a lot of work. But I do have a lot of dogs. This is an easy way to feed your dogs raw on a budget. All the meat you see here was purchased under $22. We bought it at Walmart, and I'll basically show you how we package it and how we do it. These are the chicken paws. Let me grab a knife. I just basically dump everything and all these paws in one bowl. That way I can separate them easily. So that's that. And we open up the chicken thighs. A lot of people don't feed raw because they, some of them aren't educated on it or they think it's too expensive. So you'll see how many meals I can do with this. And I only spent $22 or less than $22. I'm actually going to switch this over to here now. That's what I actually should have done. So let's do that. Cut this beef chuck up. It's really important when when you're making meals for your dogs like this and they're raw meat. You have to make sure you wash your hands a lot. Disinfect all the areas. You don't want to give salmonella to any of your family members. Wow, this is a lot of meat. Let me put this here. So this right here is probably about a week worth of food for my dogs. But I have really big dogs and I have a lot of dogs. So if you're doing this just for one dog, it'll last a while. Okay, so I cut up all the beef chuck and the annoying cutting board is gone. So normally if this had bone, I wouldn't be feeding these chicken feet or chicken legs. I mean, actually chicken feet, yeah. You know, because they get their bone from here, but these are boneless, so that's why I threw these in. So basically you just, you know, put a chicken thigh there, a few pieces of beef in here, 2 chicken legs. And just to be clear, this is not a complete raw diet. You know, you're supposed to have a lot of other things. The reason I'm packing this one like this is because I feed my dogs a lot of other stuff during the week. I give them coconut oil, I use Pro as a supplement, sweet potatoes, a bunch of other stuff. And if you don't want to do all of that, you can just feed them the meat and buy a good high quality dog food and just mix a little bit of kibble with the raw meat. I do that too, and I use Victor High Pro Plus, which is a really good food, and it's made here in the US. You'd be surprised. Sometimes you can actually feed your dogs raw, which is actually better for them, and it's, you know, it's what nature intended for them to eat, and it'll turn out to be cheaper than buying a premium dog food. So this is the final product. I actually ended up having too much meat because most of my other containers are already full. So I only had these available, and I just did it to show you guys how to do it. And I didn't even use up all of the meat. So imagine, you know, if you have 1 dog, if you have 2 dogs, how far that, you know, that could have taken you. So yeah, this is basically it. Remember that after you finish dealing with the meat, you know, sanitize your kitchen, every surface that you touch. It's really important to do that. And if you want to feed your dog a raw diet, you know, make sure you do your research, talk to your vet about it. You know, there's plenty of articles and information out there that you can search and, you know, read on and get some more knowledge on it. In my opinion, you know, I believe it's the best diet. I've been feeding my dogs raw for years, and I've seen amazing results. So, you know, if you want to try it out, give it a go ahead, but do your research.